host of the 2014 Winter Olympics. Sochi, Russia now is host to round 4 of the 2017 SimRacingHub World Championship. The first time SimRacingHub has been at the Sochi circuit. Tyre selection for the race: super soft, soft and medium, the softest compounds available. All drivers need to use the medium tyre. So let's see how the drivers stack up against each other after the first 3 rounds of the championship. Argenis Riera leads the crew around with 51 points. Richard Walcott in second place for the Scuderia Toro Rosso with 33. Darren Fisher, former championship leader, drops down to P3. Ezequiel Montero yet to really get off the blocks with a good result in 2017, 4th. In the team's championship, no great surprise that McLaren Honda are the leaders. They would only need the points from Argenis Riera to be leading. The story of qualifying is the weather. It has changed, and qualifying was done in the wet, the first wet qualifying session of the year. Who was the rainmaster around the Sochi Autodrome? And it's Argenis Riera. Great in the dry and, well, great in the wet. Doesn't make any difference to him. He grabs the pole over Otto Acosta. Oh, double T-O. Third place and row 2 is Ezequiel Montero. The wet weather held him back to only P3. And he's alongside Brandon Gant, continuing to show form in qualifying this season. Newcomer Aaron Jimenez with an excellent starting position in P5. He's taken over for Keita Bautista, and he's alongside the Ghost, David Carney. The Red Rifle, Sasha McHenry, lines up on the inside of row 4 alongside Sean Higgins, the American, in the Mercedes. And row 5 is an exact duplicate of row 1 with a McLaren and a Ferrari, Jacopo Cardozo and Richard Haney sharing the final positions in Q2. First loser in Q1 was Matt Harto, a British driver getting caught out by the wet weather. What is going on? And he's alongside Deuce Michaels with a solid 12th place grid spot. Another driver getting caught out by the weather, Edmundo Martinez in the second of the Renault, and Samuel Campisciano, the second Force India. Row 8, and back in the championship, Leandro Schwab with a huge fall from grace after a front row start in round 1. Ricardo Sr. takes the place of Orimaku, who will not start on the second row. The captain, John Cook, starts on the inside of row 9, and Darren Fisher with a 10th place grid spot penalty. The huntsman, Craig Hunter, is alongside another British driver who got caught out by the wet weather. It rains every day in England. How did that happen? And Carlos Reina, with another drive in the Red Bull, rounds out the field. We are waiting for the lights to start the Russian Grand Prix, and there they are. We have 3, 4, 5, and we're racing in Sochi. Top 3 all get away nicely as we go into the long drag now, down into turn 1, still side by side. Side by side, Acosta and Riera. Which one will win? There's a red ball in the wall. Carlos Reina is out. He is wingless in the wall. Side by side, Riera looks like he's going to have it over Acosta. And the 20 cars left remaining pile into turn 1. This is a replay on board with Carlos Reina. He actually gets a very good start. He tries to go round 1, man. It goes around the second, hits the wall. That's a self-inflicted wound by Carlos Reina. Now what happened at the front? Did Riera hold on? No, he ran wide. Acosta leads and Montero also got by. Battle for 7th, Samuel Campisciano around the outside of Cardozo in the McLaren. What a great pass by Campisciano. As we get a look at a Red Bull, that must be Leandro Schwab, the only Red Bull left on Cooper, and that was not graceful, but he got the pass done. As Juan Williams loses a place, the other one's under attack. Deuce Michaels, and Higgins has managed to get by. Michaels with a half spin. Lap 3 on board with Samuel Campisciano again, but he hits the AstroTurf. He's in the wall. His day is done. Riding on board with Deuce Michaels, trying to get one of those positions back. He does get back by Craig Hunter. Runs wide onto the AstroTurf. Hunter back up the inside. Round the outside, the Huntsman. Michaels in the middle of a Manor sandwich. He gets in front, and then one of the Manors takes him out. The Huntsman hits Deuce Michaels. Lap 5 and we have a dogfight for P6. Jimenez hits Carney. Somehow everybody avoided them, but Hato now gets hit by Martinez and he's out of the race. Hato is rolling off in the background. Meanwhile, at the top, while all this has been going on, Riera closing in on Montero. Otto Acosta is gone like the wind. And Michaels up the inside of a manor again. That's the captain trying to sail his ship around the outside. Michaels must be fed up of these manners so far today. And Williams will be begging that they do not see a manor again. Lap 10 and OTTO's lead beginning to be closed down now by Argenis Riera in second place and Ezequiel Montero in third for Renault. P5, the newcomer Jimenez running wide, keeps it on the track. Tries to get the pass done. Jimenez trying to get back on the inside, but it won't work. P13 on board with Ricardo Sr. Sr. runs wide and he's spun around. Now he has to wait for a clean place to get back going. There's a car in the pit lane. That's Acosta. Acosta's hit him. Acosta came into the pits and it was blocked by a Haas who's now rolled over. And OTT no strikes again. There's a Mercedes in the wall. And Michaels gets by his teammate Glenn Cooper in P13. Darren Fisher overtakes Richard Haney, who spins off the track. P6 and P7 respectively. Cooper now runs wide. You don't want to go in there. Lap 24. And Cardozo coming under attack from Schwab. Side by side they touch. Cardozo comes back over and hits Fisher. Lap 30. Battle for P12. Cardozo overtakes Martinez. Martinez trying to come right back at him and he goes around the outside. What a great pass. These two are still side by side. We got a dogfight. Cardozo surely has it now. Jacobo now up to the back of Deuce Michaels for P11. 2 laps later. Rear camera shot on the back of Edmundo Martinez. And Martinez signs himself up for the Formula Ford. So that gives P13 to Higgins. And he's going to sign up for Formula Ford as well. You don't want to be in P13. Lap 40 and Brandon Gant attacking Haney for 5th place. Just behind those two guys is Jimenez. And he's thrown away 6th place on his debut. And that's a brake failure for Leandro Schwab. Oh, P7 is gone and now Haney with a brake failure. And on these crazy races there's only one man who ever takes full advantage. Argenis Riera wins in Russia. So Riera does, well, what Riera does. He gets the full 25 points with 2 stops. Ezequiel Montero a full 16 seconds behind. OTT, no. Actually, third's not too bad considering he was blocked at one time by the underneath of a Haas. Brandon Gant with a great drive in P4, my driver of the day. SimRacingHub gives points to the top 10. And well, only the top 10 finished, so that means they must have it bang on. So here's the blacklist of non-finishers. Schwab, McHenry, Martinez, Higgins, Cooper, Hunter, Cook, Hato, Reyna and Samuel Kimpisciano got the honours of finishing last. A great day for McLaren in both championships. And Argenis Riera is surely going to keep his lead and he's extended it. 33 points now over a race win ahead of Montero. Darren Fisher and Richard Walcott tied 3rd and 4th. Walcott didn't race here today. And look at that lead for McLaren. Almost at the 100-point mark after only 4 rounds. 38 points ahead of Renault. Sauber in 3rd have overtaken Scuderia Toro Rosso in 4th. Back to a 2-week break now. And back to a track where the drivers actually know where they're going. Well, most of them do. We'll see you at Catalonia in 2 weeks.